Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well and keeping safe. I'm so excited as we have today our first ever judge interview and our special guest, also one of our esteemed judges, Idit Aloni. Idit, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, good morning, Book.
Good morning. How are
Thank
you?
you for inviting me. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yes, likewise. Thanks for asking. So, yesterday we had some troubles with internet connection, but I really hope today everything will be okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I prepared a few questions for you. So, shall we start?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah. So, could you please tell me first something about yourself, about your professional background, where you're coming from?
Sure. So I'm currently working as VP Marketing at Cellebrite, a global leader for digital intelligence solutions, working with law enforcement agencies, governments, and businesses around the world. I've done marketing roles for the past 2 decades, more or less, from strategy to execution, branding, positioning, digital, physical, the works. And I can say that probably over the past 15 years, I've had quite a clear agenda around customer experience, and that's we laughed about it. It's kind of a hidden agenda, but it's sometimes not so hidden agenda, because I think that ultimately, while marketing and sales and other corporate functions have each their objective, ultimately we all collectively drive towards better customer experiences. And I think that's the magic that will create long-lasting customer relationships, positive customer relationships, and returns. And I think if I kind of think back a little bit, I think it started for me back when I was working at Vodafone New Zealand, and when Vittorio Colau joined the company as the global CEO, and he was the one that instilled customer obsession as one of the core values and initiatives in the company. And that's when I fell in love with customer experience. And since then, I've done courses and certificates in the field. I've consulted, I've judged last year as well. And I just live and breathe it every day in my role as VP Marketing, because it's my job to communicate well what we do, and how we meet customer needs. And I think for us in this kind of discussion, and when we speak of the awards, I guess we'll be looking for companies that not only talk about customer experience, but also understand that it's goes hand in hand with employee experience. And ultimately, we need to talk about human experiences. So it's the entire spectrum of meeting people's needs.
Yeah, exactly. And having such extensive experience in CX, how would you describe the state of CX in your country and in your company maybe?
So I think CX is very much grounded in culture and values. And in Israel specifically, we're known for being, the startup nation. So I think there's a lot of innovation baked in how we interpret and how we carry out customer experience. If you take, Netherlands, for example, so there's a lot of attention to design and human-centered design. So that's, that gets baked into customer experience as well. In Thailand, it's the attention to service details and that sort of thing, hospitality. In New Zealand, it's around, compassion, but also, an innovative and agile streak. I think very much also in this weird era that we live in, with COVID-19 and everything, I think it's about how each country and each company, as well as Cellebrite, the company that I work for, how we embrace customer experience and give it another flavor in terms of sustainability and community support and that sort of thing. because ultimately these are, crazy times where we need to be there for our customers and just really focus on what they need and how we can add value and be compassionate at this time.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more with you. You judged last year at the UK Customer Experience Awards at Wembley Stadium. And what actually attracted you to join our awards? How did you like it? And could you share your experience with us?
Sure. So, I've been involved with your organization for a while now. So when I was invited to judge last year, I was, very excited and humbled. It was such a pleasant experience of meeting like-minded judges that comes from various, professions, but we all shared the same language. And it's like when you speak a foreign language and you walk into a room and everyone is native. And it was such a pleasant and an eye-opening experience to see the different interpretations of CX across all the contestants. So we've seen, I think the strongest performance have been the ones that looked at their customer journey, identified those moments of truth, and managed well the hygiene factors of just getting the basics done, and the delighters of really finding out what the customer needs, the core underlying need, and then delivering to it. So I can't wait to see this year, what people come up with, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, and it's really different because at the International Customer Experience Awards, you have entries and participants from all over the world. And it's really interesting to see how people from different parts, from different cultures, behaviors, are solving some problems and trying to satisfy their customers.
Absolutely.
So it's a really different experience. And what would you say, what's the main benefit of being a judge?
So I think it's about seeing what's out there. Even though, if you look at me, I'm 15 years in the field, and there's always new stuff that you get exposed to and you get to learn. Last year, when I was judging the large call center category, there was one organization, I think it was one of the top insurers in the UK. They used mindfulness techniques to create certain, headspace, in their agents, and the impact that had on customer experience was huge. So it's just looking at clever things that people choose to do is really eye-opening. And again, like I mentioned, now when we're all struggling and fighting the same goals with COVID-19, it'll be interesting to see how people have dealt with a global pandemic that hit everyone, in the more than second half of the year, to see what they've done to instill a greater sense of community and service to their customers, no matter which brand it is, no matter which vertical we're talking about. It's about that long-lasting customer relationships, because we're all, right now in a pickle, both businesses and both customers. And I'd be interested to see which clever ways or initiatives brands have done to really create that bond in this, difficult era.
Yeah, and customer experience is now more important than ever. I heard that for 100 times.
It's always super important, and now even more so. I think, my bit is that businesses that have done this right now will reap the benefits of it for 3 to 5 years to come. This is the money time of when brands need to be there for their customers.
I agree. And what would you say to potential judges or entries who are still considering their involvement there?
Look, it's very individual. So I enjoy learning, and I enjoy being stimulated and inspired. So if anyone considers themselves to kind of enjoy the same thing, I would highly recommend this. I think that once you create this relationship, with Awards International and with the CX community globally, you keep coming back for more. Last year I did the master class with Ian in the UK, and it's just it's such a pleasant experience again to kind of continuously grow and learn new things, and this field constantly evolves. So yeah, for me it's been just all positive and super contributing to my professional knowledge, and also to give back, because when we judge, we actually rate each contestant, and we provide not just a score, but we provide advice and feedback. So I think for the contestants as well, it's an opportunity for us to add value and give them free advice around what they do, because they do get that feedback back from us. So I think it's a win-win thing.
Yeah, and I mean, after that, they can definitely implement something in their business and improve their customer experience based on judges' feedback.
For sure, they have a panel of over 10 judges for each category, so the amount of feedback and insight that they're getting back is huge.
Yeah, and you do a huge amount of work for us. Thank you so much for your time and for promoting what we are doing. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in person in future after all is finished.
Exactly, maybe in the 2021 awards.
That would be great. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you once again.
Thank you.